What's up, guys? I wanted to show you today a quick excerpt from my recent interview with Mr. Jerry Ward of Bio S3 Raw TV. Jerry is one of the most successful YouTube fitness channel producers on the internet. He has a wealth of knowledge from more of the world of bodybuilding and physique, but he is a fan of MMA, and it's been nice getting to know Jerry over the last few months, developing a friendship built out of mutual professional respect. So I did a 30-minute interview with Jerry for his channel, in which we really started talking about the world of mixed martial arts and the differences between MMA and bodybuilding, physique, bikini, and such. So this video, this snippet, I actually want to show you because I discuss performance-enhancing drugs in MMA. And I'm just going to give you a quick clip here so you can really see and understand, and I want to talk a little bit deeper. But I have a link to Jerry's page below. I have a link to this exact video on Jerry's page. We cover lots and lots of topics. Supplement use by mixed martial artists as compared to bodybuilders. The nutrition and diet strategies of mixed martial artists as compared to bodybuilders. The weight cutting techniques as compared to MMA athletes versus bodybuilders, and so much more. Death in sport. Drug testing methodology, athletes trying to beat drug tests, and you can see a little bit of it here. So let's take a quick listen.
But that the pendulum swings too far the other way, right? Now, what are they getting busted for most? So since the advent of USADA, which is about 2 years old now inside the UFC, which is the most sophisticated drug testing protocol in all of professional sports, we actually match the Olympics here in the UFC, which is awesome. Unfortunately, as a result of USADA coming in, these athletes are trying new drugs, synthetic drugs. They're going to these, drug gurus, if you will, and they're getting more into the peptides, more into the SARMs. They're trying to find ways to get around the USADA system, not realizing that you can't. Right. I mean, some athletes can, some do, but those are the athletes that are at the much higher pay scale that they can get the sophisticated Lance Armstrong style of testing systems and doping systems around them. The world of MMA simply doesn't have the money right now. 10 years from now, maybe they will. Conor's about the only guy that could probably afford that, and I do believe Conor is a clean athlete. I don't work with him. Earlier, pre-USADA, it was more of the basic. It was just guys taking tests, which we could argue is much safer. And there was the TRT, the therapeutic use exemption to take testosterone replacement therapy. Now, that was inside of the UFC and inside of MMA for quite a few years. And people argued about that and argued how bad it is, doping and doping and doping and all this stuff. So they took it away. Well, it's like prohibition. Exactly. The athletes are going to something else to jump into, and I'm on the fence that here's a way that's at least regulated. You're checking the athlete's blood work. Vitor Belfort's a good example. You know exactly what his blood looks like. You know exactly what he's taking. He's exactly under a doctor's care. I don't believe Vitor has doped since that went away, because you see the dramatic change to his physique, but other athletes definitely have. And then we'll go, before I close, a lot of these athletes now, they use this tainted supplement bullshit fucking excuse. You and I both know if we walk into the local nutrition shop, there's going to be a bottle of something behind the counter that's gray market. That we know there's something in there that's going to give us the boost. You probably remember, you're the same age as me, the old Russian Bear supplements. In the early days, it had the fucking D-ball sprinkled in. Every high school kid I know is walking into GNC to buy that shit.
Hot stuff in the Russian Bear, yeah.
Right, exactly. So we knew that was going on. These athletes know the same thing. And here's my example. I'm not a pro-drug guy. I'm not an anti-drug guy. I am pro-regulation. So if the drugs are banned inside the sport, then the laws of the sport should reflect that. And I believe in a lifetime suspension. Yeah. If you get busted one time, you're gone for life. That will stop doping immediately. But no.
So, what do you guys think? What do you think about what I said here? What do you think about the lifetime suspension for an athlete proven to dope? Now, people have made the excuse, the snowflake excuse of, because I've said this before. Let's stop dicking around here. If you want to ban performance-enhancing drugs, then you must make the penalty severe. These athletes get 3 strikes. They get a little 1-year suspension, and then they get a 2-year suspension. And then for the third incident, they get a lifetime suspension. So you're giving athlete the chance 3 times to compete on drugs. Now, some of these athletes, Brock Lesnar tested positive for performance-enhancing drugs at UFC 200 July of last year. Brock Lesnar made a disclosed $2.5 million. $2.5 million. What incentive was there for Brock Lesnar to not dope? Allegedly, it was his intention. I'm alleging because I don't know how the case went, but we do know that he did fail the drug test, right? So what incentive is there for athletes who are making larger paydays to not dope, risking all future financial incentive? The lifetime ban is what matters. Athletes will try and dope. They will try and get around the legality. They will try and find loopholes. They will play in that gray area. And then when they finally do get busted, what do they say? Anderson Silva tested positive for anabolic steroids, and he blamed it on a Viagra-like concoction that he got from his buddy who got it from Thailand. That was the excuse Anderson Silva, one of the greatest mixed martial artists on the planet, came up with. Now, in that very same fight, and I do talk about this with Jerry, Nick Diaz tested positive for marijuana. He had THC metabolites in his system. Nick Diaz received a 5-year suspension initially, which was later reduced to a 2-year suspension for weed. Anderson Silva got a 1-year suspension for steroids. Are you fucking kidding me? So, I want to see your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. This is definitely worthy of public debate. What do you guys think about this? What do you think about what I had said here? But also, definitely go back to Jerry's channel, BioS3. The link is below. Definitely click on the link. Jerry's got a lot of great content. Watch this entire 30-minute interview. If you're a fan of MMA, if you're a fan of bodybuilding, if you're a fan of lifting weights, if you're a fan of nutrition, you want to watch this interview because it's raw. It is real talk. It's 2 guys with a lot of experience talking about how it is and what actually happens. I appreciate you guys being a fan of this channel. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel and give us a thumbs up if you will. We appreciate it. We'll talk soon. Boom.